Focus now is on one of the fastest growing NBFCs in the space, very dynamic, led by leadership of Mr. Nirmal Jain. And we are talking about IIFL Finance, the retail centric NBFC. And today we are going to talk about the business model and how business is taking shape. Nirmal, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. Tell us, how are you really seeing the business right now on ground? We are talking to a lot of managements, and it appears that retail sentiment has improved. What's your sense?
Yeah, as you rightly said that we are a retail centric and retail focused NBFC, and so we have 2,700 branches manned by our own employees. So about 24,000 people are on our rolls. Uh, so the model that has evolved is more complementary with the bank rather than really competing with them. Because what has happened that despite vast network of bank branches that we talk about, but still there are segments of society and also the geographical areas where banks don't reach out the last mile. And what we have seen is that banks are also very, very happy to partner by way of co-lending or buying the retail assets through assignment route. But the key theme is that there are segments of society and there are areas where retail loans are needed. People need credit for their business. People and they are not able to easily access it, and that is what we try to fill the gap.
About the role of technology, which you are taking at your firm to improve the processes. I know you are working very closely in that direction. If you could share some examples and the area you are focusing on.
Yeah, so technology is key in retail business, primarily because the loan ticket size is small, and if your operating cost is very high, then what will happen that you will not be able to service the borrowers well, and then the whole business model can't be scaled up. Secondly, fortunately in India, in terms of digital infrastructure, probably we are ahead of most other countries, if not all the countries. And I'm sure that probably this government and central bank have done a wonderful job because if you see, then we have identity stack, which is Aadhaar. Then we have a payment infrastructure also become very easy with UPI, and of course earlier we had IMPS, NEFT. But and other than that, I think the bigger development that are happening in technology are account aggregator and DigiLocker, which are allowing access to all documents which are required for credit, the underlying documents digitally. And so what we are developing our capability is a complete end-to-end process, which is paperless, presenceless, and also all our people have tablets so that they can complete the entire process on the tablet. So the entire office moves with them. And the whole customer experience is very good because everything gets done in the fastest possible manner without sort of going back and forth or without asking for documents which are not needed, because with the consent of the customer, we can access these documents very easily now. We launched the unsecured business loan, personal loan product on WhatsApp, where entire journey is done on WhatsApp. And that has got overwhelming response. So because we got like almost about 100,000 leads in a month. And there, the idea is that many times what is happening, most of these loan apps, which everybody is trying to regulate now, they basically get a lot of data, private data of the customer. And sometimes there have been cases where the data is misused. But when we do our process on WhatsApp, then we are not getting into the mobile of the customer and taking all the data, which many times what will happen for convenience, you'll say yes, 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 and give consent. But you don't mean to, or probably that much of data may not be needed, So this process also has been very good where on WhatsApp, we complete the entire loan journey. So earlier, some fintechs were just collecting leads on WhatsApp, but I mean, that is not the idea. Idea is to collect documents, disburse, and everything is done on WhatsApp. So we've done a lot of investment in technology, providing mobility to our people, making it completely, and all the documents that we access from various sources, now we have the ability to process them on real-time basis, and within few seconds or few minutes, we can give our decision to the customer. And we also communicate in case the loan is not approved, that what is the reason behind it and what customer can do to improve credit rating or whatever other requirements be in terms of documents to make sure that he or she is eligible for the loan.
Nirmal, how are the
So we
different...
combine the physical infrastructure with digital technology, which I think in Indian context is very important because we are expanding our branch network. Our branch network will, by next year will be 3,000 plus, where we can have a physical storage of the gold. And also we are interfaced with the customer because still in India, many of the borrowers, customers are not so digitally savvy, or sometimes they're not comfortable and they want to see face of the company that they are dealing with. So these smaller branches that we are setting up all over the country is giving us that advantage. And also, collection in India again is less digital than even the disbursement, and that is where if you have a network on the ground that helps you to make sure that customer is reminded, and if required, the check can be collected or the cash can be collected physically as well.
Right. Nirmal, how are the different segments of your business doing right now in terms of collections, in terms of disbursement, etc.?
So in terms of disbursements, I think this quarter, as we had indicated last quarter, I think the growth is there in home loan segment. Gold loan also is growing. And microfinance and business loan they were very badly impacted by COVID wave 2. Of course, they were impacted by COVID earlier also, wave 1. And there the collection efficiency had dipped significantly in the first quarter, which is June quarter of the financial year. That improved last quarter and is improving even more this quarter. And disbursements are also picking up. But I think the pickup in relative to what targets are, what long-term growth rate is, I think home loan pickup is quicker this quarter. Business loan is also showing good signs, and hopefully will pick up as we go along.
Well, I must say you shared quite a lot of details in the investor presentation as well of IIFL Finance. But for the benefit of our viewers, if you could tell us from here on, next 3 to 4 quarters far out, what will be the priorities, the strategic areas of focus of the management at IIFL Finance?
I think what you've asked is a very good question because there's so many things happening around. So I think our strategic area basically is to see many of these technologies that I spoke about, the adoption is still improving. And the customer experience also is improving by trial and error. A lot of checks and balances are being put, and a lot of work is happening. So I think in next 1 year, we want to get our technology very smooth, and whatever plans are there, we want to complete them and make sure that in terms of our technology, for everything, for customer onboarding, for credit assessment, and for detection of fraud, collection, customer experience, everything is best in class.
Right. All right. Good luck for that roadmap, Nirmal. That was Nirmal Jain discussing IIFL Finance with that.